As Britney Spears would say, oops, I did it again. As you can see, this is an excellent video, and I enjoy watching many of his videos. They're very informative, and the thing is, they can't handle what they ask for. Most of them. Usually, like the small percentage I notice, which is so rare today, but you can't help but notice the difference when one isn't like this. It's like, wow, it sure would be nice if there were more of you. But now they've drove us away again. They always drive us away in a more faster car than before. Because, like he said, okay, if you say something, you're overanalyzed. Okay. Anything that you say or do to try to make them happy is offensive and cause them to be angry. But yet, when you just sit and say, hey, you know what? I'm not looking for anybody anyway either, they still get mad at you. And to add more to this video, a lot of them, when they see that I'm not interested, they purposely set by me to ignore me. And I'm just like, well, okay. But yet, like he said earlier, if you try to open the door for them, I'm not handicapped. And that's why I said before, I am so glad that this time is here for us. That, they've worn us out. I feel like a Raggedy Ann doll. I'm wore out. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take a nap. And you have a good day. And I hope that these decisions that you have decided to make, I hope they're as beneficial as you think they are. Yeah. Or you have some that'll walk past and deliberately stand in front of me and ignore me. And I'm just like, hey, what's the benefit? Okay, we're complete strangers. Ching ching, I don't have to spend any money. We're complete strangers. Ching ching, I don't have to spend any money. And we are still being complete strangers. Ching ching, I don't have to spend any money. I'm like, honey, you are definitely the one. I like you. And she storms away, and but some of them come back. And they're still mad. And I'm just like, okay, once again, anytime they get in the driver's seat, they always end up getting into a bad accident. Because no discretion issues. There's never a what if list. Like, well, what if this stuff that we are mixing up in our own minds, not based on logic, but emotions, what if it backfires? And of course, usually it always does. They don't ever look at the side effects, just like when you take a medication. Every great medication still has its possible side effects. And when you watch a commercial or even listen to a radio station and they're introducing a helpful medication, don't they always point out the side effects? That if you take too much of it at one time, what could possibly happen to you? See, they don't ever do that. And then they're shocked when they get hit with the side effects. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to go in and leave all of them alone. And let's see. Now, they got a sale at Myers Supermarket. I'm going to get me some snacks, check me out a movie, and I'm just going to enjoy my life. And leave it as that. And this is only getting worse because, again, it always backfires because it's always one-sided based on emotions. No logic at all. No logic required, because usually they can't handle what they ask for because they don't look the whole thing over. Like, for instance, if I'm going to decide to date a woman, I'm like, okay, number one, we're not going to get along because most of the time while they can't keep a man, they're too busy trying to be one. And the ones that are not like that, most of the time, for some reason, I've always been too late, they're married. And I got that. So now what we have now is they still going to end up jumping on us because if you say something, you're in trouble. If you don't say anything, you're in even more trouble. So I don't really care. I actually like when they don't say nothing to me because I'm an older guy and I'm happy being single. It's cheaper. I save a lot of money. I do. And I have a peace of mind. I never had this peace of mind of all the relationships I've ever had in my life being on this weird planet. I've never had this kind of peace of mind, and I'm smart enough to know that if I get involved with them, I never will. So now it's the same with what he said in this video. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. So, hey, I'm gonna sit out and have a cup of coffee and enjoy my life. Really, you know, see, I always look at different videos about topics about women because I just want to make sure that I'm right. I know I'm right, but it's nothing wrong with reassurance and a new perspective on why this gentleman is also right because it helps, especially in today's time. They got everything they want and they're more miserable than they were before the fact they were allowed to speak in front of a microphone, which was the beginning of the end then, but now it's just officially over with because most guys don't like to see them coming. Right? Right. I mean, as far as the beauty, okay, I look and probably always will. But that's really honestly about it. Lately, like I said, they can't handle that I'm not interested. I'm not. I mean, as far as looking at them and a first initiative conversation, sure. We all know it's BS, but hey, no problem. But as soon as they try to, suggest upgrading you and changing you like you're a Ken doll and they've already bought all your clothes and you don't have any say so or any power, and if you just say no to any of that, then you're a bad guy. I'm like, okay, I'm a bad guy because I'm always going to have my own opinions and beliefs about this. And if that's too much for you, then what's that song? Keep on walking, walk on, keep on. You just go and don't come back now. Now stay away from here. But more guys are feeling that way because who has time for all of that? It's like, you are just way too much of a headache. I'm gonna sit down and have a cup of coffee. You have a good day. So put your comments in the comment sections, viewers. I want to know what are your views on this video? I agree with him, but I want to know. Don't you go anywhere. Ow, get down.